Excuse you, I believe we're live, my friend.
All right, Michael.
Uh-oh. I want to mute me up, E. There we go. What's going on, guys? This is Michael Ray Newman. What is up, everybody? Hope you're having a fantastic evening, whether you're joining us from here in the North America, great United States, or somewhere overseas in one of the 12 countries that we're in. Hey, guys, how's everybody doing? I'm Michael Ray Newman, deep in the heart of Texas, having some fun. We got our time change, so it's just now getting dark. We've been able to get a lot extra accomplished, more selling time is what I like to say. We get to go do there, Edwin, and we have definitely been jamming that. I hope everybody has had a fantastic, man. It's already almost Q3. It's third month, Q1, almost into the first quarter already, and it's starting to shape up to be a really cool year. A lot of good stuff going. My phone has not stopped ringing today. I've been on one call after another. Then I've been in the field, so I'm able to touch all the bases today, and all the companies had some really good conversations. And Edwin and I last week, it was really funny because guys, I think we did a pre-recorded. You might be watching this through YouTube or one of the other platforms. Hello, we appreciate you guys stopping in with us for a minute. It was awesome because last week in the state of Texas, the governor, the week before, I guess 2 weeks ago, said on a Wednesday, said, "Hey, we're opening up 100%." The same day, our biggest insurance customer calls Edwin here in the state, and he goes, "When can you guys come do a live training?" Like, bam, just like that. Well, it happened to be that we were going to be in Texas doing a live in-studio broadcast to an entire company across the nation. They're a big company. We were supposed to be in Atlanta being live, but they couldn't go live, so we did a virtual live in the studio. And Edwin said, "Hey, I'm going to be there next week." So they sent 2 classes of salespeople. "Hey, Shelly, there she is. I've been wondering how you're doing. Happy St. Patty's Day." And I got my green on, but I can't show it to you. I'm just going to tell you that. But I definitely got it on. So we got to do 2. Oh, yeah. Easy hammer. We got to go live. We got to actually do 2 sales trainings, Edwin. I know you know this, but I'm just letting everybody know. So we've been in the studio, been in Tampa. We're starting to travel again, and I flipped the script, and we got to go do 2 trainings on a Thursday, Friday. It felt good to get back in it, man. Felt like just to get in there and have a chance. Hey, Tracy, how you doing? Good to see you guys. So we really are excited to it's just been really cool to re-engage and re-immerse yourself in the trust process when you're teaching it, because when you're teaching it, you're getting a bunch of ups and a bunch of reps. So this whole week so far, I've been using the trust process in every one of my client-centered. I've made it a client-centered process, but all my clients, whether it be with my family, whether it be with my friends, whether it be with people that I just engage with randomly, or people that are coming in trying to buy or invest or get us to work with them, or shuffle, for instance. We've had a lot corporate. Oh, am I breaking up a little bit, Edwin? I'm okay right now. So when you start talking about the trust process, and we go through the T, the R, the U, the S, the T, and you think plan and prepared, the plan piece of it's so important, and Edwin's so great at it. And then we go into the relating and uncovering the customer's needs, because what you want to do is make it about them, because people don't buy your products and services for what they do. They buy what your products and services will do for them, whether it be an internal customer, somebody who works with you, or somebody on your team. You guys are trying to build some stuff, or it might be somebody that you're trying to sell something to, or actually get them to invest in something, or it might be, a girl or a guy you're trying to get to go out on a date. It might be my kids trying to talk to them about, but I make it about them, and they get re-engaged. Edwin tells a great story about, having, his middle daughter going at it a little bit, being stubborn, and she's a great kid. I mean, she's done some really great things, but, they just weren't connecting. When Edwin stopped being dad, Mr. Middle-aged dad, and started making it about her, flipped the script, took the trust process in there, and then when he was ready to offer solutions to sell him something, the S in the trust process, which is it depends on how tough it is. You'll notice, Edwin, and we don't do a lot of objection handling in our class. people notice that because we handle the objections during the relating and uncovering the need. And when you uncover the need, it's easy for you guys to come alongside each other to build a bridge. And we do processes within the process. And tonight I want to talk about feed. And I think it's Lisa, we'd love for you to see the presentation too. So we're going to get that going, that's for sure. And we're going to do some sales trainings, live and virtual. So we have a lot of people that have been inquiring, and we're starting to get the calendar full. But what I want to talk about tonight, Edwin, and you do it so well, and I'll give you some real life evidence of what I found today, and it's in my conversations, because I just share the stories of our life, and that's because we live the trust process. But there's a process within the process. So after you think, plan, and prepare, you go see a customer, and then you start relating to them and uncovering that need. And we know it goes back and forth. But when it's time for you to talk and it's time for you to offer a solution, there's a process within the trust process called FEED. And it's spelled, if you can spell it, it's FFBE, capitals all the way across. And Edwin, we'll give you some shuffle information too. You can feed, we can talk role play a little bit back and forth. But I really want you to talk to that just for a second, because you've been doing this. I mean, you did it under Mr. Ziegler, and you've been living this for 30 years. You've been a speaker and trainer for almost 20 years. So do me a favor and let Lisa and Tracy and Shelly and other Facebook person, all the other people, man, as they jump on, pour into them a little bit tonight, guys. And I want you to know when it's time for you to talk, not in the beginning. And this is where some people make the mistake. They jump right in and they go to, the product-centered process. They're all product, or personality. You get nervous. You start, hey, if I'm a personality guy, we got to make it about the customer, your client, their needs. And Phoebe is a great way to offer a solution, Edwin.
Yeah, thank you so much, Michael. Thank you. For those of you making comments tonight, we really appreciate it. And Michael said something earlier on about he's been on the phone all day, and so have I. Man, our phones are ringing off the hook. Typically, this is our busiest time of the year anyway. But when you compound the fact that COVID has kept us all in house, for basically 12, 13 months, and limited our ability to interact personally. That and the spring fever kicking in, for most parts of the country. I got to see the blossoms coming up here in North Carolina now. People want us to be with them when possible, and we'll certainly do that in a safe manner. But hey, coming to Atlanta, Lisa, we would love to do that. Anywhere in the Shuffle Nation, we'd love to identify places. We're also going to be doing a lot of events in the Dallas, Texas area. One, we're headquartered there. Michael lives there. Our office is there. But it's also a central place you can get there from the West Coast and the East Coast very simply. So there'll be a lot more announcements about that. We're going to be doing a lot of events. Regarding what you were talking about, Michael, that process within the process, well-intended, we listen, and because we're so committed and so passionate about our solution. So in this case, talking about Shuffle, we want to, it's helped us, and we want to help other people, right? And so we have a tendency to lead with the product. And that's just getting things in reverse. We're breaking some really basic fundamentals in communication when we do that. So Michael already laid out the trust process. We've talked about that. So one of the big violations we have is introducing, right, features and functions of our solutions that aren't relevant, at least yet, to our client or prospect's needs. So what we want to do is be real need-centric, very client-centric, client-centered relationships. And we will also be need-centric as opposed to product-centric. See, what happens when we're product-centric, we lead with our product, right? When we think it's our time to talk, is resistance goes up. People think they're being sold at that point. And they go, oh, you just want me to take action for your reasons, your feelings, your motives, your beliefs, for your own benefit. But we got to reverse that. And that's what Phoebe does, Michael, is it reverses it, and it actually goes to the psychology of selling for why people actually do take action. And people take action based on their feelings, their motives, their beliefs. So inside the trust process, we teach a lot about how to uncover the need, right, and really establish the light bulb moment. We've talked about that pretty frequently. So when it becomes our time to talk, we have to then lead with the need. Not lead with the product, but lead with the need. So what it sounds to me like what you'd like to do is have one platform that will allow you to control your own narrative, be able to reach people, know when you're reaching out to those people in a unique way, and be able to connect with them. And that's what Phoebe does, Michael, is it reverses that they're looking at it at that time, and you're sending them some message that's going to help enhance one of the 4 pillars of your business. And that is your lead generation, your lead conversion, your client fulfillment, or your referral services. Those are, whatever business you're in, those 4 things are essential, right? Those are your key KPIs Michael talks about. He talks about it in a business sense, but you got to be able to measure, monitor, and track all 4 of those areas. And you have to be able to do it simultaneously. So what we want to do is just briefly introduce, again, Feed. So the first F is feature, what it is. Real simple, what it is. So for Shuffle, the Shuffle app, it is an application that it's a digital business card and so much more. That's what it is. All right. The next part of the stage is function, what it does. What it allow you to do is control your own narrative, know in real time, all those kinds of things, right? The benefit to you is you'll never have to make another cold call. There'll always be warm calls. And then here's evidence to support that. So what we want to learn and teach you to do is be very disciplined in your response. Learn to say more with less, because people's attention span, when we get too focused on features and functions, that especially when they're not relevant yet, people are tuning us out. They are thinking about something else. But when we lead with their need, what's important to them, what they're trying to accomplish, and we say it in a very succinct manner, Feed, what it is, what it does for you, and really emphasize that. I use the word benefit as many times as I can organically and naturally input it into the conversation, because that's what, when you hear benefit, when you hear words like bridge, when you hear words like centric and relationship, that is creating a positive connotation, and it's causing people to listen and lean in. So we make it too complicated, and we reverse it. What we're doing really is reverse engineering with you. That's what Michael and I have been doing since we've got to be a part of this. And it's pretty amazing, Michael, to see the results of not only what Guy and ER have done in all of our Shuffle Nation, but our influence. The ship is beginning to turn in a real positive way, because we're shifting from a product-centered culture, right, internally and externally, to a solution-driven culture. And that is going to illuminate people's need. And then they're going to be more receptive, more open to receiving it. And when they become more receptive and open to receiving it, then they're much the ratio of conversion to implementing it, so that then they become a user, and then they tell others, guys, it's really not that complicated. We're going to go from, tens of thousands of users to hundreds and millions of users with that simple fundamental. Sometimes you just have to make a slight strategic adjustment, right, in the sales to start going a lot faster, Mike.
And you said it really good, Edwin, because the guy today, we are made it about the customer and the clients, and people are starting to shift their thinking a little bit and come in with that, client-centered process. Today, what I heard a guy today, he goes, man, this is a disruptor. Shuffle is a disruptor in the industry. It's so many industries. It can go vertical. And he talked for about 50 minutes, and all I did was listen. Now, he was a little bit meandering and running around, so I really did. When I got to my time to talk and he was ready to hear Phoebe, I made it about him, and I said, what I think I heard you say was, and that is, man, that right there is letting people know that what did you hear me say? They want to hear what they said, because people love to hear themselves talk, and they love to share what they want to accomplish. So that's really some key words there. When I go into feature, function, of benefits, I went into a couple of the features, and I went into a couple of the features and the functions of Shuffle, and then the benefits because of those features and functions, what it'll do for him and his people in there. And then I presented some evidence. Now, when I presented the evidence, I presented my Shuffle story, Edwin, and I want to hear what your feedback is after I tell you this. But what I did for evidence, I leaned in hard on my personal story of Shuffle, of my construction company, how we were at zero in June of last year. The COVID virus disrupted our industry, shut it down. What we dealt with homes for people in retirement centers and in those areas, so we couldn't go anymore. So we had to go try to find other customers. What I did was use the Shuffle card, told them how I used it, told them what I did with it. I gave them the feature, the function, the benefits of it, that we did in the evidence. In the evidence, I said, when I leaned into that, I told them $1.2 million we put in in 6 months into that funnel. And he just went, wow, what a disruptor. So I used his words, told him what we did. He sat back, and then he went right into how that is exactly what we're trying to do. So, Edwin, when we talk about the feature, functions, benefits, and evidence, and we're making it about them, I don't want the mistake or the disconnect to be, well, I had to make it about them, and I don't have any evidence for them. I don't have any benefits for them. I told my benefits and my evidence. Even though it's about them, they can relate to what I'm going through or what I had been, or that shuffle card of the features, functions, and evidence and benefits. So tell me what you think about that piece, and make sure they know you guys have to have your story.
One of the strongest pieces of evidence is your own story, right? People relate to that. Another way to do that, I love the way you handle that, Michael. I've seen you grow and do that so extremely well. Is tying it back into their need. You can once you identify the need, man, you don't just lead with the need, but you keep weaving it into the fabric of the conversation. So as you're establishing the benefit, you tie that back to the need. So you say the benefits of what that will mean to you, and then you ask them to kind of step back for a moment and say, so if you could have everything like this in one platform, what would that do for you business-wise? And man, you'd be amazed at the kind of responses. You have to keep bringing it back as many times as allowable in the context of the conversation to their benefit, right? And then allow them to start providing the evidence for why they should take action. What you're really doing is inviting them to lean in and start expressing their own feelings, their own motives, and their own beliefs. Now, this is not going to sound the way I think about it, but they're really selling themselves, because the reason I hesitate in saying that is because I don't believe you sell people. I think you serve people, selling something you do with and for someone. But that's a classic example of doing something with and for, is reminding them what their problem is and why this is going to solve their problem. And then thinking through beyond that, the benefit, like, look what your world's going to look like 90 days from now. And if they start just ticking that off, what they're really doing is identifying why they're going to implement, and they're reinforcing. Now, see, that's why it's not a presentation. I really get disconnected when I hear people say, I've got this presentation I've got to go do. Well, what I want to say to them is, you're already going about it the wrong way. You want to have a conversation, not a presentation. That's why I don't like pamphlets. I've never needed a pamphlet to sell anything in my life, because it's product centered, right? Why would I need a pamphlet? Now, a pamphlet can be evidence. Like, I would only bring it out if it was something that was a visual that would support the evidence of the solution. And then leaving something with I left them some information that can, your ratios just went, your ability to help and serve just went to the bottom, right? So, and that's why it's important as we start moving around the nation, guys. It's great to plug in and hear us for 15, 20 minutes, but you put us in an environment where we're going to work with you over a 5-hour period and make it about you. Yeah, we'll come to Las Vegas. We'd love to come to Las Vegas. We like sushi and blackjack while we're out there. Also, Atlanta, LA, Denver. Michael and I are going to be out there your way in 2021, and we're going to start helping you define and develop your narrative under the Shuffle umbrella.
Absolutely, and I agree with you 100%, Shelly and Edwin. We do travel. We always have our bags packed. Edwin, and Vegas is always fun. Atlanta's good. We love traveling. We're going to be at a lot of places live. We're also going to be virtually live and going broadcasting across the nation in some live events. So we'll let you guys know all that. We'll definitely bring it to you guys. You'll get the MVP mindset of a champion guy in ER price, because they spent a lot of money to bring us in here. And I just want people to understand at the very end what you need to do. This is a great product. If you were going to do feed to somebody, it's really impactful when you've already had the light bulb moment with them. They uncovered their need. And Edwin said this: continue to lean into their problem. When they have an aha moment, they go, oh, that's exactly what we need, or that's what I'm talking about. Don't forget, when you're offering the evidence and the benefits, they say, just think about what your business is going to look like now, because you told me earlier, problem. So when you have these problems here, you're going to have this, and this is going to solve that. And you make it about them and into their needs. Lisa is a realtor. And Sarah, Oh yeah. That's Shuffle. Our realtor virtual verticals with real estate, mortgage companies, those guys, investors, construction company. I know for a fact, mechanical HVAC, and those guys right there. That the Shuffle cards have been really impactful for them, guys. And it is like Shuffle is on the landing page. You can measure, monitor, and track with it. You know all the benefits of it. And if anything else, guys, this gets a little overwhelming when you get into it. Write feed down, actually practice it. Features, Edwin, features are what it is, what it does, the benefits, and then also the evidence. And go ahead and mark that up, E.
Hey, Michael, I just wanted to, I saw where Lisa said she's a realtor. That's another great benefit to Shuffle. So many people that are realtors, Michael and I are very familiar with that world, Lisa, do a lot of work in the realtor business, have for many, many years, know it well as the construction industry. And you're always looking for a competitive edge. So if you're a realtor out there or anyone who's in that kind of type industry, you're using a CRM system, right? And a lot of CRM systems, while they can be effective, what they do, they really work against you more than for you. Let me give you a quick example. There are a lot of CRM systems that with the time change, right, it generates these generic proactive emails. I talked to somebody today who got 40 reminders from different people because their generic CRM system, right, not personalized, not where you're controlling your own narrative, sent out a reminder about the time change. Do you really feel like that's a value? It's more of a nuisance than that, And while I realize and I celebrate today at St. Patrick's Day, I didn't need 58 emails from people I've done business with today telling me Happy New Year. I mean, St. Patrick's Day, right? If I'm going to get something from someone, I want it to be something of real value. Like I know it's St. Patrick's Day. I don't need 55 emails from a lame CRM system. There's a great benefit and evidence to support. So what it is, what it does for you is it'll separate you from the pack. It'll allow you to be meaningfully specific and to control your narrative so that when people receive it, they actually digest the information and have a positive, right, value back. And they go, oh, I'm grateful for that information. You made me better, as opposed to this generic, there's too much of that. And CRMs are very, very guilty of that, right? That's part of the process, but not always a very effective part of the process.
And what Edwin has just done there is set himself apart. And the really cool thing about Shuffle is your text messaging aspect of it. May take you there's a AI texting you can get now that'll do it for you, like email does for CRMs that Shuffle can integrate with. But for you taking a little extra time and copy and pasting that Shuffle card, copy and pasting the message or typing out a personal message to somebody, sending it through text, not on a holiday when they're getting inundated with don't forget to wear your green or you're going to get pinched. That's a great point. Shuffle is different, and people always check their text messages within seconds. And then most of the time, less than 3% rate of open rate on email. That blows your mind, guys. That's just a little trick of brand alignment there. Just focus on that as well. And I'm glad, Lisa, you agree. Get that, Tracy, you get that realtor signed up. The cool thing about Shuffle and the environment that we have, if you're an affiliate, you get to do things like this. Also, don't forget to engage in on the Facebook platform. YouTube's getting better all the time. Kathy M and the Master Trainers do all kind of training and relating it to different verticals. You can ask her, you can ask us. And what's like Tracy just said she signed up her first realtor day. She can go into the community and ask about it, how to engage. Send me a realtor card, and you can get the help within the app and on the platform they have. Don't forget to take advantage of that. That is huge, guys, for what we have, Edwin.
Hey, Michael, I was just going to say to those, Tracy, great job signing up the realtors. I've got a really good strategy for how to take one realtor relationship and grow it into 20, 40, 50, 100 with Shuffle. So you can reach out to me at edwin@edgeglobalinc.com. If you'd like to talk with me about how you can really grow your realtor connectivity business. I live in that world every single day. I coach a lot of loan officers, so I know they're always looking for ideas on how they can grow. And so I see things like a puzzle, right? So I know how to get to the big, I know how to bring value. I know how to take one relationship again and turn it into 50, 100, right? So reach out to me, lean into me. It'll be my pleasure to help you grow your business because that's how we get better.
That's right, guys. Same here with me. My cell number is all over the place. I have my Shuffle card. Reach out to me. Michael Ray at edgeglobalinc.com. Edwin is Edwin at edgeglobalinc.com. Michael Ray I'm on Facebook. DM me. Go to Shuffle app. Let's hook up that way as too, guys. I appreciate everybody stopping in tonight. Hope they're having a fantastic evening. Make it count. Play hard. Have fun. And above all else, make it count. Check out our new brand, D. We just got our shirts in right here, baby. Live by design. Whatever it takes. I got you coming. I got your size already. I know. XL. I got you. I've been testing shirts and trying to find out the right one. See you guys later. Y'all have a fantastic evening. Call us if you need.